Today's session we will be discuss development, development goal, type of development, participatory development, process of development, sustainable development, and historical perspective of project development. The term development carries different meaning and understanding to different people, but after having been working for quite some time in the field of rural development and poverty alleviation program, my understanding and perception regarding development is a process of positive change in people, places, and things. Development is about process, not something that is handed down from an administration and internal governmental departments. Development is objective improvement in incomes, increases in growth, reduction in poverty, inequality, unemployment. Development is a process all encompassing concept, multi-dimensional process involving improvement in all shapes of human life, economic, social, culture, and political. Process of improvement in a set of values. Development means thinking and planning and problem solving and deciding and doing. It means taking initiatives with use of one's own resources and not waiting for government or others to deliver. As our national poet Allama Iqbal says in his verses, God never changed the status of a nation which doesn't have an idea of its path for change. Development goal is access to education and literacy rate, access to health facilities, participation in political process, democracy, national independence, access to education and literacy rate, type of development, economic development, positive change in people's socio-economic conditions, social development, positive change in behavior, awareness, and attitude, main development goal means increase in economic growth, adequate income, increase in economic output, access to basic needs, food, shelter, clothing, distribution of income, Participatory development concept of growth with equity and participation. Participation is a process of development. Poor are rarely consulted in development planning and usually have no role in the development activities. Majority of poor have no organizational structure, dependence on elites, basic principles, social mobilization to create organization of the poor, social capital development through capacity building, capital generation through saving and credit skill development and entrepreneurship. Historical perspective. Modern framework for rural self-government introduced by British Viceroy in the last quarter of 19th centuries. The stated objectives was political education. Implementation of reforms was by the provincial government composed almost exclusively of civil servants. Punjab possessed by far the strength traditions of rural local government, not only the province that first followed the lead of Lord Resolution in establishing rural self-governing institutions at district level. Only province that had established that grassroots village government unit known as a panchayat. After independence, the law of panchayat was extended to the whole of Pakistan in 1956. In 1953, the government created a network of village agriculture and industrial development. Village Aid Council created failed to mobilize villagers because lacked roots in the people. In 1959, military government introduced the experiment of basic democracies. Democracies based on which LG was to build a positive role in national development. Also a system of indirect rule under the tight control of bureaucrats. The experiment of guided democracy ended in 1970. Major constraints in participation: the socio-economic base, dominance of civil bureaucracy, impact of Punjab officials on the rural development. Process of development. Participation engaging community people in all stages of program projects implementation. Empower creating a sense of power and control of the poor over their own living for the present and the future. It is socio-economic and political. Development: the local communities have a control over their resources and utilize them for their development. Barriers to development: technical, poor know-how, lack of new technology, no access to information. Financial, no money, no employment, no effort for collective fund. How to overcome barriers: community organization, capital generation. When we organized community at village or cluster or UC level, they can generate capital, they can start saving. Capacity building: the community need capacity building in different fields like livestock, poultry farming, agriculture, handicrafts, and technical trainings, so that they will increase their income and generate capital. Coordination and linkage: It is the responsibility of any organization and project who organize people. The organization should facilitate linkage between the communities and the line departments and other NGOs, so that the members of the community will be able to link with other organizations and aware them about the poorness of the village people and take some benefits from those organizations. Need for social mobilization. Lack of access to resources and services, poor or conservative, low wages, lack of opportunities for increasing productivity, lack of awareness about their social role, lack of linkages with the line agencies, poor or not organized. The organization should facilitate them to organize at village level. Absence of opportunities for skill trainings, illiteracy, lack of status in the society. General norms for the community interaction. Punctuality to be observed, local greetings, local dress, local language, no political discussion, no religious discussion. Sitting at the chair to be avoided, ground sitting is preferred. No high technical equipments, no talking to one influential person. Participatory approach involve all the communities in dialogues. Have a modest of saying positive of avoid discussion or controversial issues confronting the country in the journal and kept in the particular like military and so-called political corruption. Consider community as development partner and not recipients of resources. They have the right to reject or accept your agenda of development. Community-based dialogue ensure good communication, transparency, and helps develop ownership for the program. Procurement on prevailing market prices along with three quotations is in the line with prescribed project procurement procedures. 1. Completion of community physical infrastructure. The community organization must have become a strongly and strengthened in the term of collective management system with greater transparency, accountability, confidence, and empowerment. The activities and implementation of activities must scale up the social mobilization agenda to uncovered areas in the selected union councils. Networking and alliances building is taking place. What are values? Desired condition in society, anything dear to society. Development subjective value, loaded concept, normative concept, different national preferences. Measurement. An indicator, measurable variable, economic indicators, increase in GNP, reduction in inequality, access to basic need, reduction in poverty, adequate consumption level, decent living standard, means technological improvements, employment, international trade, state sponsored social welfare. Political indicators. Participation in political process, government, good governance, rule of law, accountability, transparency. choice and opportunities, adequate, fair and free for societal participation in governance, availability of justice, affordable access to court and independent judiciary. Social indicators: access to education, literacy, knowledge, skills, access to health care, improvement in life expectancy, reduction in infant mortality, gender equality, women empowerment in particular. Participants through a social group of any size whose members reside in a specific locality, share governance, and often have a common culture and historical heritage. The carrying capacity is the size of a population that can live indefinitely using the resources available where the population lives. It is the combination of potential and active resources available to the community. There are various ways of categories these resources. One of the most popular categorization is natural capital: water, soil, air, vegetation, wildlife, temperature, etc. Human social capital: health, skills, and knowledge of people, social chosen among various sections of the community. Financial: build capital, manufactured goods, building, infrastructure, information. Definition of sustainability: sustainability requires managing all household, individual, community, national, and global in way that ensure that our economy and society can continue to exist without destroying the natural environment on which we all depend. It means awareness should be created about the conservation and sustainable use of natural resources like water, forest, soil, biodiversity. Community development is about engaging the community by giving access to resources and information and by showing how to access and use those resources. Community development is about education and communication. Community development is the building of a community on that provides strength through the support of existing assets. Sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Sustainable development is as much about society as it is about environment. Thriving regions, cities, towns, villages, and neighborhoods are fundamental to quality of life. We need to achieve a sense of social choice, cultural inclusion, and people empowerment. Building sustainable communities is about improvement to the places where people live and work and giving them the chance to play their part in shaping change for a preferable future. This is the end of the session. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for next video. Any comment will be highly appreciated. Please like and share it. Thank you very much.